Hello everyone and welcome to another Reach Faith Limited taste testing video. Today I'm trying this black bean stir fry sauce, vegetarian friendly, which apparently is mild in terms of heat intensity. But as I was mixing it into what I was frying in the frying pan, I was definitely hit by just the smell of heat, which it smells quite potent, so I'm glad that I have some water. I'm most glad indeed. Gets me already. Get my taste buds and mouth ready. I have some uncooked spinach just for decoration. I mean, you get iron and stuff, so it's important to eat. And then I have 2 tomatoes, each one halved. I was using up some leek, so it's mostly the darker leaves as I chopped the lighter leek components only yesterday. So darker leaves today, hopefully they're not too chewy. Kidney beans from a tin, and I always cook with butter rather than oil, so I use butter for frying. And underneath I have some, there we go, roasted carrot, which hopefully is not too tough, because I quickly sampled a small piece while the rest is still even now cooking in the oven, because I know how tough carrots can be, so hopefully this is nice and tender. But yeah, I think this is going to be pretty hot. I purchased quite a few sauces from Aldi more than a week ago, as I've not been shopping for a little while. And they were all supposed to be reduced to around 49p, but I was overcharged for 2 of them. So 1 or 2 were 49p, 39p, whatever, and the rest were maybe 89p, I think, almost double the price. So anyway, I have them here. Black bean sauce, black bean stir fry sauce. I have neither mushroom nor onions, so I was making do with what I have. But I think this will be good. Hopefully the leeks are not too tough. The darker leaves do not let anything down, but I think this looks nice, doesn't it? And I do like a bit of heat. I just hope it does not blow my senses into another dimension. Okay, let's try some kidney beans first, and 1 or 2 pieces of darker leek leaves. It is beginning to tingle, definitely. Not too much so far, but that was only a brief taste. I'm sure it will get potent. When I poured it into the frying pan, I was thinking this does look like a meat sauce gravy. As I say, it's completely vegetarian sauce, but on the back they do recommend mixing with either vegetables, as I did of course, or sirloin steak, and I can see why it does look like something you might pour over a steak. So meat eaters might well enjoy this sauce. Oh yeah, that wasn't overwhelming, but that was nice. I'm not a fan of kidney beans, but especially being a vegetarian, you need to make sure you're sourcing enough protein. I know kidney beans are supposedly good for you, otherwise I would not be eating them. I find them bland, and not even bland, just actually off-putting. But there's a gentle sweetness, I would say, that is being added to the kidney beans. I've never tasted kidney beans so flavourful before, so there's definitely enhanced the kidney beans for sure. Let's try with some more leek. Now, obviously, you have quite a bit of juice in the tomato, but I cooked off a fair amount of the juice, but it should not interfere, hopefully not water down the black bean sauce. There was a bit of smokiness in, I think. It reminds me almost of, and again, as I'm a vegetarian, it has been some while since I've eaten meat, but I remember as a child, my family used to have these sticky spare ribs, the kind of, you can purchase from a gazillion different stores, I'm sure, but they'd have this sweet sticky sauce. It reminds me of that somewhat. So this is a good vegetarian version, I suppose, of that, to get that sweet sticky sauce taste. But that's quite nice. I'm impressed so far. It is a nice sauce. As you can see, I have quite a lot of vegetables coated. I was worried that I was spreading the sauce too thin. Maybe I should have cooked a little less food, but this flavour is still there. I do not think it has been spread too thin, but I really wish I'd had some mushrooms. Mushrooms would be great with this sauce, definitely. Mushrooms would be lovely. And let's try a bit of tomato as well. Let's get a bit of tomato. See what the tomato is doing. Oh yes, and our carrot friend. I think you may be a little uncooked, this piece of carrot. A little uncooked, but having that nice earthy carrot taste, that nice gentle crunch. Yeah, the carrot works well. Well, the kidney beans, this is a good way to enhance kidney beans for sure, definitely. Did you just hear a ping? That was my halogen oven. So the other carrots are now ready. Chopped carrots. Yeah, I like this. I would happily have this again, especially if I can get it at a discounted price. And Bob's your uncle. This is a nice sauce. Leeks on their own, obviously, especially due to their texture and those tough fibres, are really difficult to eat. You need a sauce. You need to cook them as tenderly as possible, coat them in a sauce or drown them in salad cream, whatever you fancy. Gravy, ice cream, egg would probably help, maybe. So this is a good way to dress up those chewier leek leaves, the darker leaves. And the kidney beans, yeah, definitely it enhances the taste. I'm not a fan of kidney beans and the texture. I'm not a big fan of the texture of beans in general, but this bean sauce, black bean stir-fry sauce, I'm getting 2 lots of beans. This is good. This is a good sauce. We have water as the first ingredient, then sugar as the second. That's an interesting contrast. Healthy, they're not healthy. But no, I like the sweetness that I can taste. Salted black soya bean, 7%. Vinegar, thankfully I cannot taste the rice vinegar. Maize starch, garlic puree, ginger puree, rapeseed oil, colour plain caramel. That might explain some of the sweetness. Yeast extract, acidity regulator, lactic acid, dark soy sauce. Yeah, I believe I can taste that. Water, soya beans, roasted reeds, barley malt extract, and spirit vinegar. Thankfully, I cannot taste either vinegar because I do not tolerate vinegar well. I do need to make a better job of checking the ingredients for vinegar because it really affects my body badly. But I'm not tasting any vinegar. My body's not reacting thus far anyway. This is a nice sauce. I mean, look at that silky coating. Yeah, I would happily have this again with precisely the same ingredients, but also I'd love to try some mushrooms. That would be so beautiful. Just imagine those squidgy mushrooms coated in this black bean sauce. Yeah, this is a winner definitely for me. I'm enjoying this. Do you like these kinds of sauces? Have you seen them at Aldi? I believe they were selling them off to make way for the Easter things, or maybe even before Easter they were selling them off. So you may struggle to find them at Aldi, but they'll probably have some more in again soon before long. But I will enjoy eating this, but first I need to fetch the rest of my carrots before they get cold. It's 12:08 PM, the 29th of March 2025. Did you see the partial eclipse that there was supposed to be today? Apparently it was most present or most clear at 11 AM. I looked outside of my window and there was no, obviously as safe as possible, never directly look at the sun, never. That is very important, but I saw no partial eclipse found. I know it is a partial eclipse, but I was looking at some of the photographs on the BBC website and yeah, what a contrast compared to what I saw. So it decided to overlook the West Midlands, I believe, for some reason. We are not worthy today. It is the budget. It's Rachel Reeves' budget. She says the people of Birmingham and the West Midlands are not allowed partial eclipses. We're not paying enough tax, apparently, even though we're paying more council tax than ever and our bins are not even being collected. Anyway, I'm going to eat my food before I go off on a tangent and my food gets cold. So I'll see you in the next one.